Well, we've been calling for the signing of a striker, and it seems like we are getting a striker, but I smell a rat. Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs, Amakhosi Football Club. And in this video, I want us to talk about Christian Saile. First of all, the question is, who is this dude? So Christian Saile is a 22-year-old striker slash winger from the DRC. He's currently playing for Nchanga Rangers. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he's playing for Nchanga Rangers. Last season, he scored 19 goals, helping Nchanga Rangers to be promoted to the first division of the Zambian League. Now, what is happening this season is that his team is 12th on the log. Obviously, won't do all the work himself, and he has 8 goals and 7 assists in this season. He's playing for an average team, but it seems like he's showing good results and he's giving good numbers. 8 goals, 7 assists, and 2 of the goals actually he scored them last night when they were playing against Zanaco, which is a team that is above them in the league, and he was just like whatever, shaking his hands of the people that was playing with his teammates, and it had vibes Oguti he's actually leaving the team. And according to SABC Sports, Uvelile Mnyandu, they are saying that Chiefs have come to an agreement with the team to sign the player, and you will see Vele how that makes sense, because the team, it seems like they are not that big of a team. They just got promoted to the first division and they want to compete, and to compete they need money, which would come from selling their good players. So now apparently Chiefs had a conversation with Nchanga Rangers, the board, whoever deals with the money negotiations, and Chiefs did not want to pay the money. That's what happened. But now there's been a ton of events, and it seems like Chiefs are now going to get the player. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please do make sure to like the video, to subscribe if you're not subscribed. 70% of you are not subscribed, so please do subscribe and let me know what you think about Christian Saile signing for Chiefs, or signing with Chiefs. Now, I said that I smell a rat because I have my own reasons why I feel like there's something wrong, not with the player himself. I can talk about a player himself because I also made another video where I talked about the player himself. So let's start with him. What issues do I have with him? I think for me, I did not see enough clips that show him performing well, but we've seen other players who look very good in my clips and not be good enough. So I wouldn't hold that so much against him. Uguti, there aren't enough clips that show us how good he is, because the clips that are available are showing him failing to do the things that he's supposed to do. But now his stats are backing him, and it seems like he is performing well. And not to mention Guti is playing for an average team, but he's getting these good numbers. So now my second concern is this. Chiefs started training on the 1st or 2nd of December. I can't remember, but I remember I did a live stream on the 3rd of December, which means Chiefs started on the 2nd of December. And I was talking about Chiefs being back in training. Now, Chiefs comes back to training beginning of December. I don't know whether this guy came middle of December or beginning of December. Either way, let's just assume Uguti came on the last 2 weeks of December. You're telling me, Uguti, if you saw Uguti the player is good enough within the first 2 weeks, you're going to let the conversation drag for 2 more weeks while you are struggling with goal scoring. You are struggling with enough depth on the wing. You don't have enough depth through the middle in the striking position, because we've been saying we need a strike. If a player is good enough, why would you not just go out and sign him? Kumbul, with Caleb Uzwane, after Caleb trialed with the Chiefs, he went on radio and he said, I made a video being angry about that. We've looked at Caleb and it's not what we're looking for, right? And then complete 180, 2 weeks later, Chiefs signed Caleb. And you can see why Uzwane thought Caleb wasn't what they were looking for, because some of the things that Caleb does, they just make you go, yeah, nah. And because of that, I don't want Chiefs to be in a situation where we sign yet another striker because we're like, Ash, Caleb seems to be struggling with fitness, Caleb seems to be struggling with the consistency, Caleb seems to be struggling with finishing off chances. So now we need to make this desperate move to basically save face and say, hey, we trialed the player in December and now we've bought the player, because that's also important. Uguti, there is money that they are going to pay for this guy, although I don't think it's going to be too much, but there is money that's going to be paid for him. So now that makes me go like, HFC, it's either, once again, they are just being cheap and not wanting to pay the money, or it's because Vele, they had their doubts about the player, because 2 weeks, then that's it. But according to Velile Mnyando, again, in that report, in that article, he says that Zwane was impressed, but what else can they say? They're not now gonna come out and say, I were never impressed, but we took him just because. There's not just because here. They are going to say Vele, they always wanted the player. Because I will make a video specifically about Zwane and stuff tomorrow, so lindela leo video le. I won't be bashing him. For those of you who think I will be bashing him, I know some people will say, Mpelo, this is the nature of negotiations. Negotiations can take long and blah 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 blah. But there is a time where, if you are desperate enough, or if you are in need, I'm not desperate, because being desperate is what Chelsea is doing. They're waiting for Arsenal to say they want this player. I'm not an Arsenal fan, by the way. And then they go and sign that player. João Felix, Modric, everyone, they're just signing. So I'm just saying, Guti, there is a time, Yoguti, we need someone to sign for the team. So let's go and sign the player, because we need him. Lento yokuthi sohlezi simienda every time we need to sign a player, it just makes us think anisithathe serious njengabalandeli, because we want depth. You've been saying we want depth. All of a sudden bese kushintshwa sekuthiwa hayi we have umdu, kanti initially bekuthiwe hayi we are assessing players. Now sekukuthi awukhona uDube for cover. So yabo ukuthi we are being given inconsistent stories that make me think, okay, it's either they didn't want this player, or it's because Vele, they don't think the player is good enough. And also, if you look at the calendar, we only have 15 days remaining in this. And if benga sign umuntu manje, they know Guti, they will make us angry even more. Guti, why have Chiefs not signed anyone? So now they are forcing this move so that they can announce him like maybe on the last week of January and say, here's the striker that you've been looking for. And everyone will say, yeah, we have a striker. And then we forget about everything that they've done. Or in fact, that they've not done, because we've wanted more signings. Namanje, we know Guti, we still need more signings. We need a left back. We need a defensive midfield. We need another wing. We're not getting those things, so we can just continue dreaming and dreaming, but it doesn't seem like Chiefs is taking us serious, and it doesn't seem like they have utilized AMA trials in a way that they have claimed trials were supposed to work, because they are too slow to even sign the players even after assessing them, and that makes me smell a rat. So guys, what do you think about Christian Saile? What do you think caused the delay in the first place? Let me know down in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video, share the video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumoy.